All right, let's talk about a feeling that has become way too normal in our world today. It's that deep, gnawing exhaustion that even a huge cup of coffee can't seem to touch. Well, there's a real reason for it. It's this hidden toll from a massive clash between our ancient wiring and our crazy modern lives. Let's break down why it feels like your body's battery is just constantly leaking.
Have you ever had that feeling? Tired but wired? Man, does that hit home. It's where your body is just screaming for rest, but your brain is running a marathon and absolutely refuses to shut down. You're too exhausted to do anything, but too revved up to actually relax. This isn't just you being stressed. It's a critical signal from your body that something's really out of whack.
So what's the root cause of all this? It boils down to something called evolutionary mismatch. Put simply, we're walking around with hardware that was designed for the wild, for a world that just doesn't exist anymore. It's like trying to run the latest high-tech software on a computer from the 90s. It's going to glitch and it's going to crash.
And this right here shows the problem perfectly. On one side, you have Caveman Kelly. Her life is completely in sync with nature. The sun tells her when to wake up, physical work is just part of the day, and she sleeps when it gets dark. Her body gets clear signals. Then you've got modern Manny. He's jolted awake by a blaring alarm, immediately scrolls through his phone, sits at a desk all day, and stares at a bright screen until midnight. Kelly's body knows when to work and when to rest. Manny's body? It's just getting a constant stream of confusing, stressful signals, leaving it completely haywire.
Okay, so what are the specific things causing this mismatch to suck our energy dry? It's not just one thing. It's a handful of very specific pressures from modern life that are constantly hitting the alarm bells in our ancient biology. Let's meet the main culprits.
The sources we looked at have a pretty epic name for them. They call them the Four Horsemen of the Metabolic Apocalypse. I know, it sounds super dramatic, but honestly, when you see what they are and what they do to us, the name kind of fits.
First up, horseman number 1, the blood sugar roller coaster. Our modern diet packed with processed foods and sugar sends our energy levels on a crazy ride. You get that initial rush, right? But then your body releases a flood of hormones to deal with it, and crash. You're left feeling foggy, irritable, and guess what? Craving more sugar to get back up. It's a terrible cycle that empties your battery and tells your body to store fat.
Next up, chronic stress. Now, our ancestors faced short, intense stress, like, oh no, a tiger, run, and then it was over. Our tiger is a 24/7 drip of work deadlines, financial worries, and phone notifications. This keeps our body marinating in the stress hormone cortisol, locking us in a permanent fight-or-flight state. And this is a huge part of why we feel so tired, but wired.
The third horseman is chronic inflammation. This isn't like a sprained ankle that gets puffy. Think of this more as a silent, slow-burning fire inside your body. It's constantly fueled by that processed diet and nonstop stress, and it messes up all the important communication lines in your body. It's basically an internal saboteur, quietly wrecking your metabolism.
And finally, we have poor sleep. All that blue light from our screens at night completely confuses our brain's natural clock, and those high cortisol levels from stress make it really hard to fall asleep and stay asleep. You gotta remember, sleep is when the body's repair crew comes out to fix the damage from the day. If that crew never gets a chance to work, the damage just keeps piling up.
So here's the really crucial part. These four horsemen don't just zap your energy for one day. Their effect is cumulative. It builds up over time, creating this constant wear and tear on your entire system. Let's look at the actual science behind this whole leaking battery phenomenon.
The scientific term for this is allostatic load. It's just a fancy way of saying the total wear and tear your body takes on from being in a constant state of stress. The best analogy is a car. It's like you're redlining the engine all day, every day. Eventually, the parts are just going to start breaking down.
And all this wear and tear drains something absolutely vital, your metabolic reserve. Think of this as your body's backup generator, or your energy savings account. It's the resource pool your body uses to handle stress, fight off sickness, and repair itself. When the allostatic load is high, you're making withdrawals from that account way faster than you're making deposits. And this brings us right back to our main idea. Your metabolic reserve is a rechargeable battery. The four horsemen, the sugar crashes, the endless stress, the internal inflammation, the lack of sleep, they're like all those apps running in the background on your phone, just sucking the life out of your battery percentage. And the result? You end up at 1% feeling completely wiped out.
But, and this is a big but, here's the good news. This isn't a life sentence. It is not a permanent state.
Just like any battery, your metabolic reserve can be recharged. So let's talk about how to actually start plugging that charger back in.
So, the solution is to consciously plug your body back in. The sources point to 5 key strategies that directly fight back against those 4 horsemen. This is how you start to rebuild that precious energy reserve.
To manage stress, we have to find the off switch for that fight or flight response. Simple things like 10 minutes of meditation or what's called coherence breathing. Just breathing in for 5 seconds and out for 5 seconds can make a huge difference. These practices tell your nervous system, hey, the danger is gone, you can stand down. It activates your rest and digest mode, which is exactly what we need.
To recharge, you absolutely have to prioritize sleep. And the magic word here is consistency. Try to go to bed and wake up at roughly the same time every day. Yep, even on weekends. And turn your bedroom into a sleep cave. Make it cool, dark, and quiet. Most importantly, put the screens away for at least an hour before bed. You need to give your brain clear signals that it's time to power down and start the repairs.
When it comes to nutrition, the #1 goal is to get off that blood sugar roller coaster. The key is balance. Make sure every meal has a solid source of protein, fiber, and healthy fats. That trio slows down digestion and gives you steady, stable energy. And at the same time, you can fight that internal inflammation by eating more foods like fatty fish, berries, and spices like turmeric.
And of course, you've got to move your body. A good mix is best here. A couple of strength training sessions a week to build muscle, about 30 minutes of moderate activity like a brisk walk most days, and maybe some short bursts of high-intensity training. And don't forget the 5th charger, fostering connection. Go for that walk with a friend. That combination of movement and social time lowers stress hormones, giving your battery a powerful double recharge.
So what does this all look like when you actually put it into practice? It's a complete transformation. You go from being chronically drained to being intentionally charged. It's the journey from our stressed out, modern Manny to a much more resilient version we can call balanced Ben.
I mean, just look at this comparison. Manny's day is reactive, chaotic, and it drains him. Ben's day is intentional, and it charges him. Ben starts his day with calm instead of cortisol. He takes breaks to move during the day. He has a routine to wind down at night that actually prepares him for good sleep. Now, the point isn't to be perfect like Ben. Nobody is. The point is to see how different choices, small choices, tilt the balance from draining your battery to charging it.
And this might be the most important takeaway of all. This is not about some miserable all-or-nothing boot camp. It's about making small, sustainable choices every single day that actually honor your body's programming. It's about adding one short walk, making one meal just a little bit better, turning off your phone just 15 minutes earlier. These small steps, they compound. They really, really do.
So the power really is in your hands. You get what's draining your battery now, and you have the instruction manual for the charger. The only question left is, what's the one small step you're going to take today to start plugging back in?